Two boxes of goodies this morning. The one on the right is from Olivia's, and the one on the left is from Hattons. Interestingly, Olivia shipped Tuesday, Hattons shipped Thursday. They both arrived here today, and it is now Tuesday. So one of them took a week, one of them took less than a week. Both came DHL. Don't know why the Olivia's one took more time, but anyway, they're here now. So let's open up and see what's inside them. So we'll start with the bigger box from Olivia's. There. So what should be in this box is a number of Hornby coaches, and there are two different types, but you should have some Hawksworth, both the maroon, and yeah, I think you can see that. 3 of those, and some more of these Hawksworth in crimson and cream, or blood and custard, depending on how you want to call it. I'll go with my break of those, and a number of those coaches. Now, we also have in here are some of the 6-wheel, 4-wheel LNER coaches, which seem to be tough to find. I've been looking around different places trying to get these, but anyway, I found some at Olivia's. So I get a number of these. Some of these are the ones that are with lights. Some are without, because I can't get them all with lights. Those are all 6-wheel. And then the 4-wheel brake. So we'll look at those later, play with those. And then the last thing, which was me pushing the boat out a little bit. Move that box out the way. Is the Heljan Class 15. I wanted one of these for a while, and I decided to get it from Olivia's because I wanted it with DCC sound, and so this is Olivia's DCC sound for the Class 15, because the DCC sound chip is more expensive than the Loco. I think the Loco is about $115, and the DCC sound chip was like $125. But there we have the. Let's look at this a little closer. Very nice. Boy, that's heavy. I'd heard that these are heavy. They're very nice, nice Loco. So let me see if you can see some of the detail on this. We will look at this more a little later, and we'll get it running on the layout before the video's done. So there's some other stuff here though. I see that it's the blanking plate, and there's all sorts of other goodies in here. Oh, but I'll wrap that back up for the moment. Put it back in the box. Okay, let's look at the other box, which is the one from Hattons. And I like Hattons trunk service. I always have stuff ordered. Every so often I'll decide there's enough stuff in the trunk to make the shipping worthwhile. Shipping is usually about £20, give or take. So, so some fun stuff in here. Oxford Rail, Armstrong Siddeley. I have a soft spot for Armstrong Siddeley's. As you may be aware, I have a number of Jaguars, but maybe one day we'll add an Armstrong, a full size, a 1-to-1 Armstrong Siddeley. Number of Oxford Rail wagons. that I've had on order. I have some Dapple ones on order as well from Rails, but they haven't got here yet. The box is a bit damaged, but looks good. There's a Bisons Wagon. Interesting. This is a towed four-wheel. You see it says not in common use. That was because after these went to British Railways, if they didn't have the what do you call it, the side thing on there the guard could look out of, they couldn't be used for common use. They could only be used on certain local trains. You know, as you probably were aware, I do like these and collect these private owner wagons, so I was looking for the ones I don't have. There's a Coke wagon, Baldwin. That one is Graham's Lager, another tank wagon. And there are two more of these Hawksworth coaches, which will make up the 8 rake train that I want to put together. Remember those of this game. And then we have more Oxford Rail, Greenhill Colliery, William Barnard, Horlicks, another towed but a different number on it, so we can use that for a different train. Ricket and Hamilton Palace. So that's everything that arrived today. We will get some stuff out and get it on the layout later, but a fair bit of stuff to play with here. So I'll be back. So I'm going to do an unboxing today, and in an attempt to be a little bit more sophisticated, I've added some new software and some new cameras, so we can do some multiple angles, and hopefully that will help and people will be able to see better what I'm doing. So as you can see, I took 2 of these Hornby 6-wheel LNER coaches out of their boxes. They come with these running boards that are detached. We can add those in a minute. So I thought we'd take each one out and look at it. And hopefully with this new camera angle, we're going to be able to see things better. So the first one, obviously nicely packed in the clamshell here, and a piece of plastic on the top that I'm going to take off. So here we go. Hopefully you can see this. I really like these windows and these details at the end. Buffers are not sprung, but the way everything is applied is really, really nice. A little bit of detail on the underside. I noticed that these have the different types of lighting on the top. I believe that these ones are supposed to represent oil lights. So anyway, that's the 4-wheel brake coach. It says guard on it right there. I don't know if you can see that. It says guard and LNER, guard on the door. So that's that one. And this one has a magnet because this is a lighted version. So we'll pull this magnet out. You can see it's a magnet, it says Hornby on it, and that operates a reed switch. There's a battery inside here. Let me move that clamshell out too. And again, so this is a third. Again, beautiful detail. I'm quite impressed with these. I mean, I know they're sort of generic, right? But I think from a layout point of view, they will look very nice, and we will put them on the layout in a little while and run them. A little bit of dust on there. Not quite sure where that's from. So, because it's lighted, there's a battery. It tells you I need to remove this. Oh, I took it was just going to slide right out, but there we go. So that now supposedly activates the battery, but the nice thing about this is you can turn these lights on and off. I'm not quite sure why they went with a battery rather than utilizing track power, but at least the fact you can turn them on and off using this magnet, which activates a reed switch. I think you can probably see now those lights are on in there, and then if you run the magnet over it again, it turns them off. This works pretty nicely. Well, thought it worked nicely. Let's try again. There we go. Okay, you gotta just be careful with it. And so you get quite a nice effect with the lights on there. I think you can see them. Just the magnet, there we go, turns them off again. So very nice. We'll put some of these behind a suitable locomotive in the layout. I'm not going to dig out other ones, they all generally look the same. Let's just look at adding these running boards. It says you just clip them in on the underside, and I do see places right there where it looks like they will clip. Yeah, it seems pretty simple to do. Oops. Yep, that's one side clipped in, and they do look nice with those added. And I don't think is quite pushed down there. Okay, I don't want to break it, but I think that's it. And we'll put the other one on the other side. Similar way. We just clip in the holes. Hopefully you can see what's going on there. And now we got those boards on there, and I will do the same on the others before we actually put them on the layout. Okay. So I realized that the camera that was showing me didn't work too well in the position on the last video, so this is an experiment, so I've moved the camera so hopefully you can see me a little better and not just the top of my head as I start to look at this stuff. So this time I've got this Heljan out. As I say, it's a I don't know if you can see that, it's class 15 BR green with the small white ends. As I say, I bought it from Olivia's because I wanted to get it DCC sound fitted with their DCC sound. And here is a list of the sound functions. So you know, we'll go through some of those when we get it on the layout in a little while, and we can see how that works. So that looks interesting. I'll read that later. What else do we have in the box here? Oh, that's the blanking plate for the DCC. And then we look to have some head code markers, and I'll show you what's going on. Some head code markers and a lot of detail pipes and things there, and also connectors. So that's all that's in the box. And then there's a nice piece of information here, and some information about the assembly and DCC fitting, which I don't have to do on this one as I pushed the boat out and already got that done. So let's just have a look at the loco itself and try not to bang everything out of the way. So here we go. Hopefully you can see this. It's got some phenomenal detail on it. Look, there's even down, I don't know, can you see those pipes under there? I mean, it's just amazing in terms of the detail. These are the ends. Because, you know, the Class 15 wasn't one of the greatest experiments that British Railways did, but I don't believe they built a lot of them. They weren't exactly what I was going to say, the most reliable locomotive that was built, but I think they're sort of a neat looking loco. I think part of the problem was that they sort of tried to make them look too much like a steam locomotive. You know, I don't think the visibility was great out of that cab. We look at the cab there, and the way it runs along the sides of the loco. But anyway, so that needs to be need to go and set up the DCC decoder on the programming track, and then we'll try to run that on the layout a little bit later. Okay. Obviously, I'm not gonna unbox all of these coaches. There's quite a few there, but let's just let's unbox one of these. So this is a 4413 BR Hawksworth composite brake. It's in the maroon color. Of course, these Hawksworths were actually painted two different colors when they went to BR. Some of them ended up in the crimson and cream, and some of them ended up in the maroon color. So you'd see them both out and about, and sometimes they'd be mixed on trains, so we can certainly do that. So just typical Hornby packaging here. One thing I do like about these that I hadn't noticed before is the curtains in the windows. We'll look at it. Okay, and we have the usual package with the close coupling and the end doors. Well, that's nice. One of the end doors actually has a hole in it too. Interesting. Somebody mentioned about me putting things onto a table last time I was doing this, and I agree. So this time I actually put some of this packing material on the table first. So hopefully that will be gentler on the some of the detail on these coaches. So again, there we go. Hopefully you can see that. I mean, it is very nice. I mean, the decals on the windows are really nicely done. As I say, I like those. I like those curtains in there. They look really nice. Some nice detail on the roof. The undercarriage detail looks good. So, and the corridor there. Because probably at some point I need to open these up and put some passengers in them, but well, I suppose it would help if I put the thing the right way up rather than being upside down. Sorry, as I say, I have to get used to this new setup that I'm putting together, but hopefully you comment and say that this was good. Okay, we'll move that one out the way. So this one similarly has the same extra detail there, same clamshell. This is slightly older packaging because these are I got these particularly because I wanted to add some to the new ones that I got the other week that are going to have different numbers on. And as I say, the thing that I do like about these is these have the curtains in the windows, which the new ones don't seem to have. So similarly, nice detail there, undercarriage detail. These look nice. They do have sprung buffers, which is nice. So again, we'll get some of the and look at those fitted, individually fitted door handles there, and the and again the even down to the, I don't know if you can see it there, but the detail on the windows is really very nice. So I don't know if you can even read that, but that I don't know. I can just about read that. Load something tons distributed on that end. So very fine detail there. Okay, so this is a Ricket, London, standard 7-point wagon. I think it's a 1929 plus design. Very nicely done. The detail is really nice on there. Some very fine detail, and even down to these nameplates down here, which I can't read with a naked eye, and I don't know if you can read them on the camera or not, but those are very nice. And amazing how good they're getting with this printing these days. Also like the detail on the ends of the doors there. Very nice. Thought we'd get this Graham's Golden Lager. And again, I can see this has similar level of detail. Oh, wow. And this one comes with some chain link couplings in a little bag there. I noticed that they do have a whole series of new tanker wagons that Oxford Rail are going to release. Was it Oxford Rail or is it Dapple? I can't remember. I think it's Oxford Rail. I have them on order, but I don't think we're going to get them for a few months. Yeah, again, you know, I don't know if you can see the detail here, but it really is amazing, and it's totally readable, even with somebody like crappy eyes like me. Very nice. Almost too delicate in some ways, but we did a very nice job with these. I think, there you go. Graham's Lager, and I don't know if this camera is going to work on the... I wonder if I can focus it a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to see if you can read that after the fact. Okay, and then the last one I also grabbed this one, which is the Toad Guardsman, which again looks to have a lot of really nice detail on it. Printing is wonderful. Looks very nice. Nice lamp bracket on the back there, and one on the side, and it's all glazed in the back, which is really nice. Yeah, Oxford Rail, I think, are doing a really good job with the stuff they're bringing out now, and in comparison to Bachmann and Hornby, considerably cheaper, and I think they have just as much detail on them. Very nicely done. So I don't know if you can see in there. Yeah. So, okay. So thanks for watching this video. In the interest of time and not making this video too long, I'm gonna take all that stuff over to the train room, get it unpacked, get that DCC locomotive programmed, and I will post a video within the next couple of days of all that new rolling stock running. So look out for that. I don't really have time right now to do it. There's a fair bit of stuff I've got to unpack and put together there. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As usual, there will be a subscribe button coming up to the top right, and there will be another video on the top left.